My name is David Dumbrell and I was born in Maidstone in 1938. Fairly easily pleased, so I suppose when I see my grandson, I suppose this is as good a time as any for a good smile, yes. We lived in Bedford during the war, or towards the end of the war, and was seeing the big barrage balloons and the flying bombs go over. That was my first, I suppose, vivid memories, yes. After the war was the Festival of Britain. Going to that, actually, a great exhibition in London. Very good, very good. Yes, remember that well. Still remember it today. It was the first, I suppose, of the modern technology on display at that time, actually. There was a man called Emmett that I remember really well that had sort of a contraption that didn't make sense, but was very pleasing to look at and see, and working, and it was a working model. Very big it was, and yes, that's as good as I can say. Well, I suppose because modern technology has made such a difference today. I mean, where we used to climb trees and spend time outside, now it's not like that anymore. It doesn't seem to be. Everybody seems to be wanting electronic toys and that's it, actually. So yes, it's entirely different, but outside nowadays, yes, playing games and I said climbing trees, which is almost against the law now, so there we are. The Biggles stories, that was by W.E. Johns. They were the only books I ever really read, I think, when I was young, and I enjoyed those. Oh my goodness, 3 wishes, I don't know, actually. I don't think I could answer that one. I'm quite happy with my life, and that was it, actually. I suppose one of the nicest letters I had, because I had to do national service, I was one of the last people to do it, was when I had a phone call. I was out in Aden, as it was in those days, which is now Yemen, of course, and I received a phone call from my parents back home and a card on that on my 21st birthday, which I didn't expect, so that was as nice as any. When I was young, I always wanted a sports car. I couldn't afford it. When I can afford it, I don't want it anymore. So that's that. I suppose I'm more easygoing now. As I've got older, I've got more easygoing, actually, and I very rarely lose my temper now. That's the most important thing, I think. Yes, I used to get quite cross when I was young, but I don't anymore. Well, I think it's probably with getting older, we look back on things, and I think we always think when we're younger things were better, but it depends, I think, on the times you were born in. It depends, that's how you feel about things. You know, the youngsters born today don't know what we were born into, so we obviously, I mean, obviously, yes, I think times were better when we were younger, but I'm sure that's the way of the world, yes. Well, when I was young, I wanted to be a train driver. I mean, obviously, I became a greengrocer. So, and that was the life I set upon, and that was the life I made for the best I could for myself. So that's it. I don't think I've had any real great difficulties. I've been very lucky on that respect. I mean, I suppose the most difficult part was losing your parents, but we all know that's going to happen, and you just have to deal with it when it comes along. But I can't say other than that I've had any great difficulties or problems. I don't think I could answer that one, because I don't think there's nobody that I could say that had a profound effect on my life, other than probably my father, and I always looked up to him and tried to be a good person as he was. You can always look back on things and think, if you'd have done this. I mean, when I was young, we went through a period when property was very cheap, and we didn't realise it, but we could have all been multimillionaires today if we'd realised. But you don't realise these things until time has passed, and so it's not an answer that I could really say that I could answer properly. Obviously, I wish I'd bought property when it was very cheap and had the opportunity, but didn't. That's it. Well, I've got a shed full of junk, actually. I never throw anything away, and my wife keeps, if she gets the opportunity, throws it away when I'm not around, but I never throw anything away. Well, I think you've got to be, particularly be honest with people, and and always treat others as you would like to be treated yourself. And if you do that, then I don't think you'll go far wrong. But I'd like to see all nations and all religions get on with one another without fighting like we have to, actually. I'll never understand that bit. That's what I'd like to see change. But I don't think we ever will. I mean, my grandson's very young now, but I just hope that he would have a good and happy life, and he would look upon us with, or myself and his grandmother, with some respect and kindness. So there we are. Well, I never went to university or anything like that. I got a medal for serving in Aden, actually, but it was not any particular medal, but I served in Aden with the army. And we all got a medal who worked out there. That's the highest award I've ever had. My grandparents died when I was very young, so I really can't answer that one, actually. I mean, they were very nice and very kind to us, actually, but they died when we were very young, so they never got to give us advice on the way to live life.